once a year in the UK, we do have this beekeeping show where a lot of the exhibitors are showing their hives and everything else that goes with it. So I'm right outside the door and I'm gonna flick the camera over in a minute for you guys to see. So basically what I'm going to do today is I'm gonna go do a little walkthrough and have a little chat, a little live stream. Now this year 2026, I promised to myself I do more videos for you guys. You know, we got 18,000 subscribers and we haven't really made many videos, but here goes. Let's do it. Right, so I'm already bought my ticket. You can see that here. Green band, all good. Right. So the Telford International Arena is big, and the beekeeping show, they got one hall for the exhibition and one hall for teaching and classes, and they do a lot of talking about different areas of beekeeping. So right now I'm walking in, so this is the entrance, and earlier when we came here at 9:30, actually the queues were really till the door there, so quite a lot of people have been here, and we got 1:45 now, so it's going a bit quieter now, which is good, so I can show you without having too many people in the way. So unfortunately I haven't got any gimbal or any sort of things that make you guys a clear picture, so it's quite wobbly at the moment. So yeah, we went in here, so I got my tag, I can go in touch, and this basically is it. So it is one hall, so you can see now this is it from up here, and let's go in, guys. So it's laid out in one hall for everyone that would like to display things, and then we have one hall where they have some speeches where people talking about vaccinations, feeding, queen rearing. But I show you all this in a little while. And if you go over there, you can see that we even have a food court here. So there's 2 coffee shops, which definitely is needed. You see in the background there, Lawrence Edwards from Black Mountain Honey. So maybe we can have a word with him when we pass in a second. Anyway, so the first when we came in, on the left, Oldcastle Farm Hive. There's Ian there from Oldcastle Farm Hive, believe it or not, and he's here regular, and at the moment I think he's having a lot polystyrene hives, nuke hives. You can see him right here, so that is quite good. So obviously the hives, they're all really durable. Look inside. Okay. Hey Alexander, hey Leslie, guys, don't spend too much. Well, we haven't spent anything yet. You know what I'm like, tight with my money. I'm just looking around what happened here. So Gerald, my business partner, he's in a coffee shop getting a coffee, and I will go to him as well in a little while. I appreciate you guys watching. So anyway, so we just came in from the entrance. We got a friend Ian here, Castle Hive Farm. Old Castle Farm Hives, they're actually called. I always mix all them words up. Yeah, so that's quite good. So we bought personally a lot of equipment from Ian here, so that's why we got a quite good working relationship. So also the bee suits that you guys might remember from any of my videos. Yep, they're from here too, and they're quite good because they stink proof. So I have actually one of the full suits in the grey color. Yeah, and Gerald got 2 sets, one with like a jacket, and obviously he doesn't go with naked legs, and one is like the trousers, so that's how he rolls. And also Castle Farm Hives, they got a lot of spinners, creamers, wax melters right here, which basically everyone else has as well. So before I go further, yeah, so just a quick look. There's a lot of art and craft as well here.
We've got stock.
So selling jars, different size of jars. Something I was quite interested in is the look on this. So they do like present a setup here for having basically 3 jars in there. So it could be clear honey, set honey, and cream honey, and any other type of honey, or for 5 as well. So I think that would be a good idea towards Christmas time, maybe for some hampers. A great idea from west of Knutsford. Yep. So for those guys, they got different size jars as well. Obviously, we just use the 8 ounce 2 to 7 round with a silver golden top, but they got everything else. They got lots of different areas. So right now there's a 10% discount on the show itself, and you can see quite good. Okay. So there's a lot of already made frames, including foundation. Okay, you can buy them on the show as well. Around £32 for 10 frames. We built them ourselves. You've seen the videos, which is I like doing it. Some people rather buy them already pre-assembled. There's a fancy looking beehive here. It's one of the flow hives. I think they're really good for private people who just would like to have a hive in their garden, and they can harvest the honey during the year whenever they're ready. I think there's a special setup what you would do to get the hive actually coming out. So in here you see there's the frames, that's where the bees are, and those little cells here, that's where they would put the honey in, and then basically the flow, the gravity just feeds it through. It's good for 1 or 2 jars of honey ever so often. I don't think commercially that would be good business, good to get a lot of honey going out of that. It's my personal opinion. What's the sound quality, guys? The 2 watchers, what do you think? Can you hear me? Otherwise I have to invest in a microphone and get something more better. Also, they sell a lot of bee waxes here, granules, different colors.
So obviously I steam them out, things like clean up as much as I can, and I put it in stainless steel buckets,
and one thing I always would like to do is make some meat from our honey. So
that was beautiful. So
different flavors here.
Morning cake.
Honey gin, very nice.
Just lightly.
And I better not try any, otherwise we can't drive home. Yeah. So there's a lot of other products other than honey that bees gonna make. You know, you can make soap, lip balm, gin, meat. There's a lot of stuff that can be made. Yeah, the lady's just laughing there. So Simon the Beekeeper over there. You got the whole of the side wall. There's a lot of bee equipment they sell here, really. They sell everything from wax foundations, beehives, frames, honey spinners, warmers, hive tools, bee suits. Basically every wholesaler here sells the same thing, mostly also from the same brands as well. So you're going to see a lot of Arbello here and any other of the equipment. So you can get bee disease insurance. You can get a garden plate to enrich your dogs, and some pollen, different quality pollen, also good for winter feeding. And let me walk on the outside, and then we can go through the inside in a very short time. Yeah. And there's another different type of plastic hive.
These are still clean easily. I've seen people taking the frames up. They actually
Happy May thermal beehive. Okay. So you can see here is from the entrance to the brood box to the queen excluder, the super frames, and the top with including the feeder. So everything in one solution. You've got handles on the side as well, which makes it easier to lift, and looks very, very good. Very good. Gentlemen, just demonstrate here.
The people users, they always give a good feedback. I think it lasts long because of the people using.
And you get them for lung straws and for national hives as well. Good. Okay. So we're still in the Simon the Beekeeper area, and this is where they have all the smaller bits. You see here they got plexiglass crown boards. They're very nice to see actually the bees in action from the top of the hive without taking the boards off. Then you see from my videos, actually one of my gone viral video is this one here. The good old top feeder, remember, 11 million views, guys. Thank you for that. And this is basically where we fill sugar water in for the bees to come in from underneath, and they just munch on it and they love it. And I love it because I hardly get stung because the bees are not there to sting me. Yeah, so they got also a different type of feeder here, a square one, and if you fancy a yellow one, and also a lot of feed right now here as well. And spinning machines in all different variations between 4 frames, 24 frames, and the last biggest one we saw was 56 frames. Very, very good, very big. In Swinety, they do have a lot of filling machines, and you can see here also different sizes, different setups. One just stand under, one with a turntable, and you see the full setup here on a, I would say full setup really. You put the empty jars in here, then they go around. Under here they get filled, and then eventually they will collect here, so you just take the full jars off and put the lid on. Maybe do some double checks on the wane, I would have thought. It comes with a price tag, but it's a very nice, reliable machine. They also have a, I don't know, what is the actual name for it? I know what it does. It does, when you got heather honey and you put a frame in there, you can basically unlodge the honey out of the frame so you can spin it better. I don't know what the technical term is, guys, if anyone knows. Yeah, so what it is, the frame goes in here, and then you basically punch them plastic spikes into the actual cell, and you basically dislodge the heather honey from the frame, and when you spin it, it actually comes out. If you wouldn't do this, then the honey would not be able to spin, the frame wouldn't be able to spin. Yeah, maybe it's a heather honey frame cell dislodge tool. I don't know what it is. Ah, look, they actually have a name for it. It's called a honey loosener. Happy days. This fancy machine, I think, is a lid press. Is that what I would call it? Where you can just press the lid onto the actual jar. I don't know if it spins. It doesn't. It seems to be like pushing it down, which I don't know if that works, because that would be spinnable really. Okay, well, next time I ask someone how it actually works. Right, on the left side still Simon the Beekeeper. Now we went from small components over to hives. So over there, Richard Noel, walking around with honey in his hand. Unfortunately, it's not tea-fry honey, but maybe next time we donate one to him. Yeah, this another set of hives. So you got the normal national hives, the Langstroth hive over this side, plastic hives right behind this. And if you go over here, we have polystyrene nuke boxes. They're from paints. There's a manufacturer of those. Nice. And keep walking. We got queen excluders here, plastic, metal with wooden frames. There's a lot of other equipment here. So obviously for the normal people it's like, okay, well, great, but for a beekeeper this is like the best ever to see all this stuff, you know. It's like absolutely amazing. Yeah, bee suits in all forms, shapes, sizes, colors, thicknesses. You got the one that we use, which are sting proof. They're quite thick, you know, the bee stinger doesn't go through it, so called defender as well. Hooray, I need that. And then you got the normal ones. They quite thin, bees can sting you through them, but hopefully not, and they actually for kids. And then you got a different type of hats that you can put on. So now we go over on the outskirts to Thorns. So Thorn, they also a big massive distributor of bee equipment, and you will find that there's similar items here than all the other ones. Something quite nice to see is those fancy looking hives here. Obviously in a commercial environment, they may be a bit of an overkill. They look nice, especially the white painted one I would have thought, in the back garden, I would think. Then you have a Varroa hive here, which is quite a bit of a hive. It's very nice. I like it a lot. And another byproduct of bees is wax, beeswax. Yeah? Candle making, a big thing. You know, make candles, obviously you need a lot of mold. You mold different molds into different types of candles. Let me just go around. What type of candles can be made? Because you can make anything in a candle if you really want to. So you want to make a candle like this, very detailed, very fancy looking. You're then going to buy a mold like that, which is £20, and I don't know how many grams of of wax you need to make one candle. You need a wick as well, a wick, and then obviously beeswax, which we have plenty of. You can buy the wicks as well. Oh, I dropped one on the floor. Well, let's pick it up. That's the proof. I actually pick it up. You heard on my poor knees. Yeah, only joking. Yeah, then we go over to frames and internal feeders, dummy boards, queen excluders, and believe it or not, bee suits, £40, all in one. I have one of them. They're good for summer, very light, but the one that really caught my eye is this one. So in grey camo and white, and it's very light, and I think the material is actually very, very nice. So very light, very sting proof, which is great. Then we have, I think it's a wax melting pot, a wax warmer. So once you cleaned and rendered your wax, you can actually warm it in the pot, and then you can put it into your molds to make some fancy candles. Yeah, so they sell that here as well. £120. Looks a bit like a slow cooker type. Yeah, okay. I'm sure a slow cooker would most probably actually work as well. Obviously, beeswax is highly flammable, so you don't want to set that on fire and burn your whole place down. Right. Okay. So thorns over to the end, but right now we're gonna miss them a little bit here on this side. So I go there. Live Alive, obviously supplement feeding for bees. Always good, especially in winter times. Bees need a bit of extra pollen, amino acid, vitamins, and all that sort of thing. And Five Alive is a supplement. It's actually very good to keep the bees healthy over the winter. and the new colony is very strong when they arrive in March, April. Okay. So now we're on the other end of the center here, and we will go through the middle in a bit. But let's just walk around a bit more. So from hives and frames, we now go into extraction and filtering devices. So obviously we've got extractors here, different sizes. I mentioned that before. So we got at the moment, I think that is I'm not actually sure, I think an 8-frame spinner here. And they come in all shapes and sizes. The principle is quite similar on all of those. So we got a lightweight extractor. You got one where you actually have to get a bit your muscles going to extract. So just easy to see that you basically you spin it and you force the honey then to go to the wall and then down to get extracted that way. That's good for, I think, for small beekeepers or people just starting out in beekeeping. This one is a 3-framer, which is good. And you see a lot of videos of beekeepers using a similar device. Then the next step would be getting one of those electrical spinners where you can put a couple of more frames in. Yeah. Okay. Then they got honey filling machine here. You can see all this. This is like well, I would say semi-automatic machine, because in the old days you could just open a valve and measure as much as you like, but this one actually simulates it for you. So you put the weight on and then it opens the valve and it just measures exactly the amount that you need and fills it up that way. Yeah. So it would be good for us to have had 2 years ago, but now with our filling machine, I think we passed the manual step. One thing you see on my shorts and on my videos is that we like building a lot of frames, and that's part of beekeeping, building frames. So this is where you get them from. This is what they look like. So basically it's just raw wood components that then eventually end up to be a frame. And you can see it on my channel how you build one. Yes, so you got those components, you build a wooden frame, and then you put wax in to actually then get the frame completed. And I just had a look around, but I can't see any frame that is built for showing you guys. So there is none here right now, but you see the frames already. Okay, so we go back to the other side of the center. This for development, beekeeping starter pack. Over here we have bee suits. A nice fancy one for lady beekeepers, maybe. Very nice, in pink. And we got Griff stand here. We're selling the same stuff like everyone else. Got all. There's Griff over there, and Richard right here next to him. But we go from the other side after. Let's see if maybe can have a chat with them. And thanks for the like, very, very well appreciated. So further down. Oh, that was actually a radiator. It was really warm. Griff stand, he overheats us people. The Bee Farmer Association. We had a chat with them earlier just to see what we can do. So they provide training for intermediate beekeepers, hive training, and all the stuff that comes with it. So from the bee. Wainwright Bee Farm, selling honey, giving advice, selling equipment. Inbed Bee is a sugar syrup feeding solution. You see on our channel that on my channel that we just make sugar water ourselves, but you can also buy that pre-made really. So you can see it already gets a bit quiet because the side's quite empty. But we will walk through the middle in a bit. Hagen bees. Sounds very German, and just someone earlier confirmed that they're actually now German. So they're doing a lot of so especially if you pre-order queens, any type of queens or formic acid, superglue foundations and anything else. Right, all here. You're on YouTube now? Yeah, and this is a Königin, so they all manufacture of honey spinners and extractors. So this is 50 something frames, 56. I did 60. Ooh, wow. That's like 6 supers fit in here in one go. Okay, that's only one spin we need to do then, one spin cycle. Now we got a bit more, so let me do the... So this is what happens. So you load your frames, press the button, and hope that you load it right, so the whole thing will just start shaking around. Got a wax compactor over there as well. So the wax gets compacted and get dried out, so there's not much honey in the wax left. Okay. Becky's bees. Hive tools. Gloves. Bee sheriff. Very nice. I do like this. I like this little tag here. And what I basically like that you could have a first aid slot here on your arm where you can have an EpiPen, so if it ever happens you get stung and you develop an allergic reaction, so this would be the place to be because your EpiPen is in there and you know where it is. So I've got a couple of pockets here for hive tool, for camera, for anything else, maybe a queen cage, maybe something else you like. Then you got a mobile phone pocket here, which seems to be quite fancy, and also you have some strips on here for hives, so reflection if you walk maybe in the dark or cross a road to beehives or whatever it is you do. Yeah, this is what you need. Yeah, so nice color range. I actually do like the color range. The wheel itself seems to be very, very strong, because I get stung in the neck a couple of times because people find bees finding the weak spot and that's where they sting you. So you can have actually, I don't think you need a hard hat, but you might as well as need a baseball cap. And the good thing you can see on this is clear. This is a clear wheel compared to the mesh. So I find the mesh sometimes, especially when I'm looking for queens or eggs, I can't really see anything. So that would be quite a good solution to have. Obviously I haven't had it. I never practiced it yet, but maybe I'll get one of those suits eventually. Right, so we're not done yet. Still more to come. So right here, bees, and every book ever written about bees, you can see here how to split colonies, queen rearing, propolis, selling the honeybee. Any book you need, you will find it here. Okay, so Northern Bee Books, book specialist right here in the exhibition as well. So this over there is actually not a sauna. This is a fancy building. It's not a garden shed, it's not a sauna. So they call it apitherapy hives. So basically, you can see on the bottom, that's where bees will be in a beehive. And what they do is, obviously the beehive, they have a certain smell for the beeswax and the bee itself, and in that house it will smell like a beehive really. And a lot of people, they find it very calming to have that sort of aroma, to around to smell. So well, that's quite a nice invention. Not something we're going to do very shortly. Yeah. Okay, so Abello, one of the other big sort of manufacturer of equipment. So they have everything from tanks, beehives, and I got this fancy thing here, which looks like it is a wax smelter. Okay, wax smelting, all good. We got heating cupboards, heating tanks. So you can put your supers in here when they're too cold, you warm them up so you can extract the honey easier. Or you could put just a bucket in to warm up before jarring and bottling. So that I would say one super fit in there nicely. So there's a honey warming cabinet. And you could also maybe use a slightly bigger model. It looks like you can put 3 beehives in it, 3 supers in here. Already sold. I was just about to put an offer in. Only joking. And there you got a little bit of uncupping machine, so the frames get uncupped. If I just demonstrate. So basically this is on the rotation. Yeah, this one here. So the frames get loaded and then the machine, you can see the blades there, very sharp over here. The machine then basically uncups the wax and the frame just get pushed out over here. So all the honey that dribbles down get collected and then gets to extraction from here. So Abello got their own range of polystyrene or plastic hives, so they're here. You can get them pre-printed in any sort of design, and I think they're actually really nice. Okay, so that's the round around the exhibition hall. So we've done a one round. There's Oldcastle Farm Hive again, Ian there, still busy and stressed. Very good. And let's go through the center. So we've been on the outside now. So right, the center, gentlemen have coffee, make me think like I need coffee as well. So I was talking about frames earlier. So there we have British National Super Frame. They assembled, and we buy them all flat packed, a bit like IKEA, and then we just build them ourselves. Obviously here you can buy them SN1 frames with wax sterilized for $2.50 each. On the show the RRP is $5.8 from National Bee Supplies. So yeah, so if you buy 10 of them for 25 quid, I think if you buy them flat packed they cost around 18, or then you have to build them yourself, which actually I don't think I mind. I do like building the frames, and you see me on the videos doing it with my nail gun, the best invention ever the nail gun is. Yeah, I really like doing frames. So have a look in the shorts. In our short section you can see how we assemble frames there. Very good. If you're interested on learning more, just give me a like, give me a thumbs up or comment, you know, I'm here, I respond. I'm looking at the screen constantly. So, bee suits. Yeah. For small beekeepers and all. That's a very interesting hive here, a long hive. Looks like this hive is split in 4 hives, 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, which you can sort of operate individually. There is a divider board on the edges, and you can just have 4 colonies next to each other. Very space saving. Nice to look at. I'm thinking how practical it's going to be when you have to do splits. Maybe good to split between the hives. Very, very interesting. You can do for queen wearing like it says on here, you can section it off into like up to 8 nukes, 5 frames per nuke. I do the sales pitch for you. No, very good, very interesting. I really like it.
That's it.
It's good for splits, isn't it? When you have nukes and you want to. I also like clear crown boards. Oh, there's bees in there. They're alive, they're good. Instead of opening up, where they sting me, they're good. Yeah. It's good when you have a big bug garden, put it on the end of the garden, I would have thought. You can have.
That's it.
Sorry. As Ronaldo. Thank you. Very nice. Somehow I get drawn to the honey gin. Maybe I should give it a sampling, eh? Right. Northumberland Honey Company with all different types. So, wildflower honey with added pollen, wildflower summer honey, other honey, wildflower Cambrian honey, and wildflower softed honey. I shouldn't really promote honey from different companies, but we're all in the same game, doesn't matter. All good. Middle aisle, what else do we have here? DNA analysis of honey bees, trying to get strong, resilient colonies. There we actually have a bee. All the things we haven't saw today is a bee.
No, we'll leave that one. We've got the other one, so there's no problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But please have so.
Okay, so more bee pollen. Interesting chart. You guys know me. You know that I do like spreadsheets, charts, and stars too. So yeah, something up in here. I wasn't involved. Oh, it looks like it's a honey sampling. Okay, right. That's what it is. So you can see there's different types of honey, and people sort of sample it, and you can see that the lime and the TUFH honey, whatever that might be, gets the best rating.
Oh, so which did you vote for?
I didn't vote at all. I haven't sampled anything.
Oh, okay, you must start at that end.
Oh my God! I'll be here for an hour.
Because they're lighter, but no, just try one or two, and then come here. They're much more interesting. So
Okay.
this one is the star of the show, and then they get a little bit more challenging as you get into the realm of buckwheat and ivy.
Okay.
But you've got two heathers here side by side, which are a good opportunity to taste those.
They're quite strong tasting here, isn't it?
Yeah, they have a strong taste, but they are beautiful.
I make a video of this.
So take our card also and think about joining our organisation. We do sensory training. We teach you to know more about your own honey and to learn how to taste and identify the flavour profiles.
Okay.
And so that you can increase the knowledge of your customers.
Is it okay if I film you? Well, I gotta ask. The YouTube sensation. Oh, we got 2 watchers.
Yeah.
Oh, I got more.
So what is there a question?
The question is, what do you do?
Right, so we are the Honey Guild, and we showcase the excellence in UK honey, and that's really important. It's the first time ever you can try honeys side by side and really appreciate the individual profiles.
Okay.
So they go from transparent in the range of borage and Phacelia, which is becoming more common, through the mid-range of rapeseed, again quite distinctive, lime. Tree of Heaven is the star of the show that is produced in London.
Tree of Heaven. It is. That's what it stands for. Okay.
But then they become a little bit more kind of interesting. You have lovely caramel notes in the ling, and in the buckwheat you're back into farmhouse manure, and here you have also deep caramel burned, and it's beautiful. But there's bitterness. The same with the ling. You get the bitterness, and that's why some people don't like it. It's for a slightly more sophisticated palate, but it's so healthy.
Is it alright if I start from there and I just make a video?
One or two, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's have a look.
We'll come back and catch
Right, so this is the beginning. So the lady just said we've got different types of honey here with different tastes. So it starts from
He's in the Westwood.
easy to eat, easy to palate, and to very
No. I might
unique taste, I would say. So, what you
They
need?
don't seem to like there's a lot.
Fassilia, okay, I most probably don't pronounce it right, but the next one I can do. Apple, yes, I can pronounce apple. Himalayan balsam, that's also something that is around our area quite a lot. And rapeseed, so rapeseed seed is quick setting. So I go around now. Try not to have any people in there because there was children in there, so try not to have them. That's all right. So we were on a rapeseed over there, and we're now on the lime here. Tree of Heaven, this is the one that was apparently really nice. So I shall do a little bit of a sampling. Tree of Heaven, here goes. Maybe better if I'm not having my finger on the camera. Oh, very nice. It does remind me a bit of our own honey, really. It does taste quite similar. Okay, what else is here? Let's have a look. Sea lavender, ling heather, bell heather, buckwheat, very, very dark, and ivy. Okay, I'm gonna try on the ivy.
Josephine said she was doing it. You know, I don't taste very. I'm trying to taste with it, can't I? So, but I might it's like converting to
Very thick.
the
tasty. Yeah, really nice. Actually, I like that.
Yeah, but what you're also enjoying with that is the texture. So that
It's quite creamy. It's quite nice.
the girl in pink.
Yeah.
It's his honey.
All right.
So that's Lee's bees. He's in Norfolk. And this is his ivy honey. There's a secret process. And basically it's processed for a long time and it's aged. Because fresh ivy honey is not good on the palate.
No, it's quite bitter, isn't it?
Yeah, but what you're really enjoying there is the processing. If you notice, when you put it on your tongue, really quickly, and it also makes your tongue cold.
Yeah.
So that's because the glucose is dissolving so fast that it gives that sensation.
I was quite surprised by that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, that was actually very nice. It's a bit like cream honey, but obviously with a twist from ivy flowers. Right. I got more honey from the Bee Company, the Beecrafting magazines, and the hive we had to look at earlier. Okay. Fancy color bee suits. Very nice.
Anyway, I'll give you a shout.
I like that as well, actually. Yeah.
Take it from there.
Very nice pottery.
Yeah, it's all really good.
Nice block of beeswax. Really?
That smells amazing, that. Yeah, I'm going for another
It
one.
does, doesn't it?
Pure goodness.
Wow. Make loads of candles out of it.
Plenty at home already. It's tempting though, isn't it? Just gonna stand here and smell this all day.
I do like the labeling on this, you know, like over the lid label. I think that's really, really nice. It is nice. There's some rain right here. And then we got border honey there. You see massive blocks of beeswax in there. We haven't rendered any of our beeswax yet, so there's some tasks we're going to do in the future. And then it would be nice to have a machine to actually make foundations from it, but obviously that's not something in my budget at the moment. So the raw control, good. The filling machines we already looked at. Then some spinners, days, honey extractors, Griff over there. You're going to see him already. And this was a nice little concept, a German company that, let me try to explain it in a nutshell. So they do epigraph, Hive scale software and sensors. So when I spoke to Christian earlier, and they basically put a weighing scale in the apiary where you measure one hive. So you measure the weight of the hive, you can measure the temperature of the hive. The weather station here makes a lot of collects a lot of data about the rain, the sun, the wind. So basically you get all information about the area where your apiary is. So this is powered by a solar power panel there. And also you can have a sensor in the hive itself. So this is all then feed the data into a software which collects the data for the apiary. So you can see the weight of the hive. You can see if pollen is coming in, if any sort of honey is coming in. You can measure the weight in real time, and you can also see when the hive gets too big before they want to swarm. So really, really exciting concept. And I got the contact details, and I definitely reach out because, like you guys know, I'm a bit of a techie. I'm a bit of a geek for data, and it's definitely good to see. So unfortunately, they're not popular in the UK at the moment, but they're really working hard to get coverage there. So the second time around on a beekeeping show, they offer 1 year free testing, and if you don't like it, you can return the devices. Obviously, you have to pay them up front. Yeah, but Wolf definitely good, and Christian over there is actually the owner, and we had a good chat. It does help that he's also German, so we had a good chat where it was easy to speak. So, and I think that is it. So we basically done the round in this area, but I keep you walking till we find Jared in the canteen and hopefully get a coffee for us. Yeah, heavy duty beekeeping. There it is, a crane for lifting beehives. At the moment my poor buck does that, so yeah. Okay, and he'll be back in Griff. Let's see. So Griff, you know, in all Gwenny Griffith. If you don't know him, he got a YouTube channel. He's a very successful beekeeper, and there's honey there as well. There's Andy. You don't know us. Yeah, we see you on the videos.
Oh, good, thank
you. You okay?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
I was just alive, so just how to chat. We're doing a good job anyway. Okay, and that was it. So yeah, I didn't want to get in any conversation. Obviously, the guy don't know me. That's the thing, you know. You're watching beekeeping videos, you're meeting beekeepers, you watch their videos, and you think you know them, but actually don't, because they don't know you. It's like maybe if I bump in any of you guys who watch my videos, you're like, "Hey, Andreas, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Hey, who are you?" Anyway, I'm waffling on. Back to the bee show. So here we go. Right, so we basically go over to the food court now, and I show you what's going on there. So if you ever want to come back here next year, it definitely worth with it, I would say. We've been here now for 3 years in a row. They have changed the format. In the beginning, there was actually the catering complex in the middle of the exhibition here, but now they outsourced it. They put it outside because there is so much more going on here than so much else. Yeah, so obviously the hall was too small for them, so they just expanded that way. Right, food court, right up my street. Right. Okay, so there's two areas here. One is the conference center, can I say, conference room. You can see that they do also other things than just display bee equipment, where you can sell it on a discounted price, or where you can buy it on a discounted price. So what was going on, 10 o'clock, Simon the Beekeeper, then Kerika CC, they talked about the queen producing, biome beehives, bee disease. So that's the program here. Maybe just have a little sneak preview into it. Maybe just see they're doing a show over there. Yeah, don't want to disturb him too much. Right, so now we are looking for Gerald. So obviously there's the catering area. So we got one coffee shop here and a coffee shop here. So fine gentlemen, you might have seen from any of our videos, actually he plays Candy Crush instead of watching me. Well, that's all right. That's why I only got 2 viewers. Yeah, there we are. And let me turn this over. And I think that's it. We are ready to hit the road again. It took us 3 hours to get here, 3 hours to go back. We've been a couple of hours here on the shore now as well. So overall, I think good success. It was really great to also mingle with other beekeepers, to interact with them. And yeah, and thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and hopefully see you again. And the next video is coming up soon. Thank you very much, guys. Well, hang on, my fingers all over the place. Yeah, let's finish the video on this.